It's Friday morning in the fabulous Florida Keys. The weekend is here. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. It looks like somebody angered Mother Nature this morning. She gave us some bad weather again, or cold weather. I went out about 5 a.m. to take my walk. I got 10 feet out my door and ran back in and put on my Red Sox hoodie. I looked at the weather app. It was only 65 degrees. It's supposed to be pretty cool all weekend long. Perfect weather for house shopping, though. And this is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every day, you will know about all the listings from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors find out about them. You can also get a lot more detailed description of these listings if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. It includes photos of all the properties as well. There's a lot more information on the individual homes on the blog, a lot more details, any unique feature the home might have photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. If the home happens to be waterfront or happens to have a pool, there'll be photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage, photos of the pool. It's just a lot more information that I can cram into a couple-minute quick YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com, and it's updated every day from the Florida Keys multiple listing service, including photos. If you like this video and you want to stay current with the Florida Keys real estate market, see what's being listed at what price every day, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as long as you're hitting that subscribe button right next to it, you'll see the thumbs up button that says like. If you could click that, that helps my channel grow. I'd appreciate that a lot, and it won't even take you a fraction of a second. We have 6 new listings to talk about today, but before I tell you about the listings, the state of Florida just has too many lawyers and they make me cover the boring legal stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listing, and I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I will give my opinion from time to time. I'm familiar with a lot of these homes. I've been in a lot of these homes. I've lived in Key West for 33 years, and I've been a realtor in the Keys for a little over 26 years. So I've got some experience and knowledge with a lot of the homes in the neighborhoods. The first one we have is a condo in Key West's Old Town neighborhood on Southern Street, which is, in my opinion, one of the nicer streets on Old Town. The biggest feature this condo has is it has what they call a transient license, which means you can rent it by the night. The majority of Key West, or anything in Key West that does not have a transient license, is a 30-day minimum rental period by law. This one's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 636 square foot condo. It's being offered at $1,150,000, which is an excellent price with a transient license that close to Duval Street and on Southern Street being the nice street. Absolutely a great price for that one. If you're looking for an investment rental income property and then you can come down and use it sometimes yourself and have a free place to stay, this is a great one to buy. Then we go to Bahama Village on Terry Lane. Bahama Village is also in Old Town. We have a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 420 square foot condo on Terry Lane. This one does have off-street parking, which is very important in Bahama Village. Parking on the street in the village can be tough, but in my opinion, it's a little overpriced. Bahama Village is definitely the up-and-coming neighborhood of Key West, but it just hasn't come up that much. Nothing, a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom in Bahama Village just is not worth $1,100,000 in my opinion. Then we go to Key West's Newtown neighborhood, a condo complex called Santa Clara. This one's a studio condo. It's 408 square feet. It's being offered at $355,000, which even if the building didn't have any issues, that, in my opinion, is a little overpriced. But then Santa Clara is one condo that you'll hear me do what you never thought you'd hear any realtor tell you to do. Don't buy it. They've had a lot of structural issues. The building was actually almost condemned a couple of years ago. If you're not familiar with the term spalling, they had a lot of spalling. What that is when the salt water hits the rebar rusts and as the rebar rusts, it expands and it breaks out the concrete. When Santa Clara was first built, it was going to be an elderly senior citizen housing complex, and the developer ran out of money halfway through the build, and they had the shell up with the rebar exposed. And it sat there for several years, and the building's only about 500 yards from the salt water. Probably less than 500 yards from the salt water, and the salt air hit the rebar, and the spalling was so bad they were considering condemning the building. One of the city commissioners told me the only reason they didn't condemn it is Santa Clara is one of the few places that's still affordable for the working local to buy, and there's over 100 units in there. They didn't want to just place that many families, wouldn't have anywhere else to go, so they decided to repair it. And each unit got an assessment of well over $100,000 that some of them have been paid, some of them haven't been paid fully yet. So depending on the unit, you may or may not have a large assessment. And in my opinion, spalling that's that bad doesn't go away, no matter what you do to it. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a contractor. I'm not a home inspector. I'm not a structural engineer. I'm a realtor. But that's just my opinion. I would stay far away from Santa Clara. Then we go up to Cudjoe Key in a subdivision called Cudjoe Gardens, which is one of the more desirable subdivisions in the Lower Keys. Cudjoe Gardens is known for the deep water boating. You get much deeper draft in there. You have a deeper controlling depth. And the canals are also much wider, so it makes it easy to turn the big boats around. I know a couple people that have boats, 60, 70 plus feet in Cudjoe Gardens, and they get in and out of there very easily. Another good feature of Cudjoe Gardens is the only road going into the neighborhood, Drost Drive, named after Dr. Drost, the man who financed most of the building in Cudjoe Gardens. Right on the corner of Drost Drive and US 1 is the Monroe County Sheriff's Substation. So the first thing you see as soon as you turn into the gardens is a sign that says Monroe County Sheriff and about 6 cars with blue lights on them out front. Anyone coming in the neighborhood with ill intentions is probably going to turn around immediately and choose another neighborhood. Most of the homes in Cudjoe Gardens are all multi-million-dollar homes. They're all upscale homes. It's just a great subdivision. It's about 25 minutes from Key West. Excellent boating. This was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,361 square foot home on the canal. It's being offered at $1,359,000, which is an excellent price for Cudjoe Gardens. Then we go to Big Pine Key in a subdivision called Eden Pines on Camella Lane. We have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,238 square foot house. This one's being offered at $699,000, which is an excellent price for any house in the Keys that size. Then on Big Pine Key also on Pompano Street, we have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 864 square foot house. It's right in the same area as the one on Camella. This one's being offered at $864,000, which I personally think is a little overpriced, but that's just my opinion. And that's all we have for today. If you want to take a look at any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. Don't forget to check out my blog, keywestinvesting.com. It's updated every day from the Florida Keys multiple listing service, including photos. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.